We've just passed the midway point of 2021, and as per usual, new waves of blasters are making their way onto shelves worldwide. But let's focus our attention on what Hasbro's been up to, shall we? It seems like now more than ever, NERF has just been churning out subline after subline of blasters. Now some, like Mega XL, look pretty promising. I look forward to shooting my enemies with giant pool noodles. But others, like NERF Roblox, NERF Minecraft, NERF Dragon Force, which is a Dungeons & Dragons license. Those are all new properties to hold the NERF branding just this year alone. Meanwhile, NERF has had 3 of its own series of blasters, including Elite 2.0, which have received mixed to downright negative feedback from the community. Am I being a little bit salty? Am I being a little bit dramatic? Absolutely. So to kind of serve as a little bit of a palate cleanser, let's take a look back at what is arguably one of NERF's best launches of a mainline series, NERF N-Strike Elite. So what went right with Elite? What might have gone wrong? Is it as good as we all remember? Let's find out. So to properly understand the initial launch of NERF N-Strike Elite, we're gonna have to take a quick look back at NERF N-Strike. So NERF N-Strike is a series of blasters which ran from 2004 to 2012, and it initially saw the release of the Unity Power System, which is the 3-pack including the Hornet, the Scout, and the Titan. And as you may all know, with the Unity Power System, they all combined together to make one large blaster, which immediately introduced the idea of modularity between all the blasters within the N-Strike line, and it would eventually become a mainstay of NERF in general. Very quickly, the N-Strike rail began appearing on various blasters, and eventually we would see the introduction of the clip system as well as the N-Strike barrel attachment with the Longshot CS6, which was initially released in 2006. Fast forward a few years and we have our very first large-scale release campaign for the Raider CS35, or at the time it was known as the Rapid Fire Raider CS35. Essentially, Hasbro would announce a new flagship blaster every year from 2009 to 2012, and these releases would be on the 9th of September, and they would hype the ever-loving crap out of these things. I'm talking shadowy silhouettes in smoke machine fog and warehouses with people jumping all around doing parkour and stuff, with these brand spanking new game-changing blasters. Basically, they just made some kick-ass commercials. So throughout the years following the Raiders' launch in 2009, we saw the release of the Stampede in 2010, and after that we saw the release of Vortex in 2011, which in of itself was a crazy product launch because they promoted it using the Gear Up line, which was reskin blasters such as the Raider and the Recon in these orange and black paint schemes, and they included Vortex ammo within each purchase of Gear Up blasters. And with all that out of the way, we've made it to Space Year 2012. Where in February of that year, a press release was made which announced the arrival of a brand new series of blasters, aptly named NERF N-Strike Elite. But at the time, this actually caused quite a bit of confusion because there was a 2009 video game for the Wii of the same name. So let's read what the press release had to say.
In 2012, NERF fans will experience a revolutionary new high-performance class of NERF N-Strike blasters to collect and carry into battle. Taking the powerful technology featured in the popular N-Strike line to the next level, the innovative NERF N-Strike Elite line gives NERF Nation the extreme performance it craves. The standout N-Strike Elite blasters will officially launch on 8/1/12 with
I'm sorry.
With the most impressive blaster in the collection hitting shelves on 9/9/12.
So that was pretty interesting. So as the press release stated, there was a soft release of the N-Strike Elite blasters in August of 2012, which featured the Retaliator, which was a reshell of the Recon, the Rampage, which was a reshell of the Raider, as well as the Stockade, which was a reshell of the Barricade. And for the big enchilada on 9/9/12, NERF released the Hailfire, which is a semi-automatic flywheel blaster, which has a rotating drum that you can put up to 8 different clip system magazines. But it only came with like 4 6-round magazines, and the only upgrade kit available was like 4 more 6-round magazines. So you can never get up to 144 darts like the advertisement said. Now you probably already noticed, but NERF has been using the exact same type of boastful marketing strategies such as performance and groundbreaking design for at least 10 years now. But here's the thing, these claims are actually kind of warranted. You see, Elite did actually bring welcome changes in terms of design for the blaster's performance. Most importantly, they mostly abandoned the reverse plunger design for new blasters going forward. And in this initial offering, they even went back and redesigned some of the old blaster shells to accommodate the new direct plunger system. So what is the difference between a reverse plunger system and a direct plunger system? I'll just throw up a drawing right here so you guys can visualize it. Essentially, a reverse plunger blaster uses two tubes which go over one another to direct the airflow onto the dart to launch it out of the blaster. Whereas a direct plunger blaster uses a plunger tube and a plunger rod which goes into the plunger tube to direct airflow onto the dart and launch it out of the blaster. So basically, a direct plunger system is just more efficient at directing air onto the dart. Now, speaking of darts, the darts actually saw some major changes with the introduction of Elite. For starters, the new series standardized the Elite dart, meaning there would no longer be specialized darts. However, I will point out that they did make suction cup Elite darts, which were actually for a time the most accurate darts you could use in blasters. But it was pretty short-lived, and I figured I'd mention it before somebody left it down in the comments below. But with the arrival of the Elite dart, we had to say goodbye to the Whistler dart, the suction cup dart, the tagger dart, even the streamline dart, which was the dart that was used with the clip system magazines. Speaking of which, the newly introduced Elite dart was actually based on the streamline dart, and as you can see in the picture, they are similar, except the streamline dart had a way longer stem in the foam compared to the Elite dart. And what this meant is you could no longer use it in Elite blasters because the dart post in Elite blasters was much longer since there was much more room within the foam dart, which meant that you could no longer use streamline darts in Elite blasters. Now, does that sound familiar to you guys? Dart DRMs are not a new thing. Now, unfortunately, I've tried my very best to find some of the sizzle videos that they used to promote the new release of the N-Strike blasters, but for some reason, they've all been removed from YouTube by Hasbro. For some reason, I can only find the one which we're gonna talk about later, but it's so weird. They got rid of the sizzle videos talking about each individual blasters. They got rid of the video talking about the new revolutionary Elite dart, which had better accuracy, better everything, better ranges. They actually claimed that the darts had better ranges over the original streamline darts in one of their videos, but I wish I had that evidence, but I don't anymore because I can't find the video since it's been removed. And on top of that, they got rid of the videos of the initial launch party that they had with a bunch of people using the new blasters inside this really cool room. Cannot find it anywhere on YouTube, and I'm not quite sure why they did that. What are you trying to hide, Hasbro? Are you trying to hide all of your videos on Elite just to make Elite 2.0 look better? I know what you're up to. Well, I'm onto you, and I know what I saw, damn it! You claimed in a video that these new Elite darts had better ranges, better accuracy than any other dart released previously. And I want to know, I really want to know.
When I arrive at Hasbro, they tell me Elite Dart is only standard. But now I do not know. I do not know which standard is real. Do you understand? What if Mega? What if Ultra? What if Accurate Ultra Mega Disc? It is new religion. The loose end has been dealt with, sir. The launch of NERF Elite Ultra Mega XL 3.0 will continue smoothly.
What was I talking about? Right, the Elite launch. So I've only been able to find a single video pertaining to the actual NERF Elite launch, and it's a doozy. It's called NERF. John Breckus from Sports Science shows off the Rampage and Retaliator blasters. So I had to look up who John Breckus is and what Sports Science was, and John Breckus is a reality TV show producer who's worked with ESPN, National Geographic, and Spike TV. And speaking of which, he produced a show called Sports Science with ESPN, which was live on TV during the production of this thing. So I guess that Nerf House's tactic of using TV show stars and sports athletes is absolutely nothing new. Like, who knew that was just a thing that was part of the Nerf zeitgeist? So now we're just gonna watch this video and kind of break it down.
N-Strike Elite. John Brinkus, creator of sports science, here at the NERF Performance Institute. Today, we introduce you to the incredible new N-Strike Elite. These NERF blasters allow you to shoot farther than ever before, 75 feet. We'll see the science behind Elite's astounding 75-foot blast radius.
So he just called it a blast radius of 75 feet, but like, when you're using Elite darts, he's not really wrong, but I digress.
Introducing N-Strike Elite Retaliator. And introducing the new N-Strike Elite Rampage. The Elite line of blasters fire farther than any other N-Strike blaster. Up to an astounding 75 feet. To push these blasters to the limit, we're going to test their velocity, accuracy, rate of fire, and distance.
Honestly, up to this point, the ad is actually pretty good. Like, they're figuratively and literally breaking down the Nerf blasters with like these really cool visuals, and it's actually kind of neat. The only thing I have to say is the B-roll of the guys using the blasters is it's quite something. Like, you have one guy who I'm pretty sure is auditioning for a role in the latest Spider-Man movie, and there's another one of them who's just doing like a 360 no-scope but doesn't ever shoot a dart. He kind of just like spins around in circles and moves away. So that was quite cool. But this is the exact moment where the ad goes from pretty good to downright lunacy. The tests they're about to run and the comparisons they're about to make, just see for yourself.
First, velocity. Our tests show that these two Elite blasters fire darts up to 70 feet per second.
See, that's reasonable. Like, 70 feet per second is the average muzzle velocity of most of the Elite blasters, and on top of that, it's an improvement over the N-Strike blasters, which were about 50 feet per second.
As fast as a Jaguar. So unless your target is faster than this turbocharged Predator, he's toast.
I'm sorry, what? The muzzle velocity of a blaster is not the same thing as a cheetah full sprint, okay? This would be more comparable to if a cheetah started sprinting and right away started walking at like a leisurely pace. Anyway, let's continue.
Next, accuracy. We're gonna have you fire right at our target to find out just how accurate the Rampage is. Our data confirms that these Elite blasters do indeed maintain accuracy and flight stability even from 75 feet away. This means that at the optimal range, an Elite blaster can be as accurate as an archer's bow with...
No, it's not. No. Just a reminder, this video came out almost 10 years ago, and at the time the Elite blasters and the Elite darts were not made available to the public. But with hindsight being 2020, those statements are wrong. Today, the Elite dart has a reputation in the hobby as simultaneously being the most inaccurate dart we have, as well as the most expensive dart you can buy on the market. But yeah, sure, as accurate as an archer's bow. Honestly, this would be the case if the archer had never used a bow before. I can guarantee you that if I used a bow, I'd probably be as accurate as an Elite dart, which isn't saying much for the Elite dart. But let's move on to the next category, shall we?
With this Elite new accuracy, almost no target is out of range. Next, rate of fire. We're gonna have you blast the Rampage through our electronic counter, and that way we'll be able to calculate the rate of fire. Let's do it! We've learned that this Elite slam fire blasting can provide a firing speed ranging from 2 to 2.5 darts per second. That's as fast as a professional boxer punches, which means you can change the course of a battle in the blink of an eye.
I'm sorry, but like, what are these comparisons? As fast as a boxer's punches? Like, there are so many other things you could probably compare. Okay, maybe not that many things that you can compare an Elite blaster to, but I'm sure there's something better than just like a boxer's punches. That would make more sense for this. But yeah, sure, let's go with it.
Next, distance. Elite Rampage has a 25 dart drum magazine. Each dart fires 75 feet. 25 darts at 75 feet per shot. That's almost 5 soccer fields, 1,900 feet. Elite velocity.
Okay, so at this point, they're just throwing out big numbers to make Nerf Elite look cool. Like, this is essentially saying that if you were to shoot the Rampage 25 times with the 25 darts it includes, and after each time you fired it, you were to walk up to the dart before firing again, it would equate to 5 football fields or 1,900 feet. But why? Nobody does that. That's not a thing that people do. Nobody's ever going to do this. There are better ways to market these blasters. Not once have they compared these blasters to the original N-Strike series. Not a single time during these advertisements. No, they have to throw out like these weird numbers at us to impress us. But you could easily just show off the fact that the Elite blasters fire further than the N-Strike blasters. That would already have people sold on it. But no. 5 football fields, baby. Anyways, let's continue.
Elite accuracy, elite rate of fire, and elite distance. It's official. These blasters passed the
See, he
elite
did it again.
test.
He did the little...
Now it's time to grab the N-Strike Elite, Rampage, and Retaliator and prove that you do too. N-Strike Elite Rampage, N-Strike Elite Retaliator, each sold separately. This is John Brinkus, creator of sports science at the NERF Performance Institute. It's NERF or nothing. NERF N-Strike Elite.
What can I say? That was fantastic. So in conclusion, Hasbro has been using the exact same marketing techniques since the dawn of time. The only reason why the launch of Nerf N-Strike Elite was an actual success over some of the more modern releases we've had recently is entirely due to the fact that there was an actual performance increase with these blasters compared to older blasters. Honestly, if it weren't for that fact, I think Elite might have just like face planted on release. But as cringy as some of the marketing might have been, Elite was pretty good to us. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I personally had a blast researching this stuff, so I really hope you like it as much as I did. And I hope to see you guys really soon. I have a video coming up in the next few weeks and it should be a lot of fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
Have you considered? Yes. Have you drugs? Cake, maybe.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?